I want to know the story of the text message to all those that love you that you were getting called up this April. How'd that go down?
Ben Johnson called me into his office. Brandon Allen, who's now our assistant major league hitting coach, is in there also. They told me, and so I was obviously in a state of shock and pure joy. Go back into the clubhouse. Teammates somehow they already knew, greeted me, and I texted my parents and said, got called up packing my stuff because they were at the game in Memphis. And then I set my phone down, and they're like, what's going on? So I kind of left them in the dark. And they're like, when I get my phone back, it's just blown up. And because I was just packing my stuff, trying to get on the road as quick as possible. They're like, called up, where? What do you mean? What are you talking about? And so I called them. I was like, hey, I'm going to St. Louis. Need to be there tonight. They're like, oh, my goodness. But I left them in the dark for I think it was 30 minutes. So I will always hear about that from them.
You scared them. Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Or they didn't believe that, thought you were pulling a fast one over their eyes.
Very possible.
Do you have a favorite spot on the field that you like to play defensively?
Just the one that I'm playing that day, to be honest. I just want to be in the lineup. I try to space the reps out pretty equally. If I'm not in the lineup that day, I go to a spot where there's not a lot of people or nobody there taking ground balls. And then during BP, we got a great staff, man. Stubby Clapp hits so many ground balls. Go to a position during BP, another infield position, and then slide out to the outfield. And that's my routine. And if I'm in the lineup, obviously I take reps at that spot and just to try to get ready for the game. But that's just kind of how I balance the workload.
So introduce me to all your gloves, please.
Okay, so I have this one right here. That's not mine, but the one that they put on here is my infield glove. I use that for short and second. And then I have another third baseman's glove. I'm in the process of breaking in at the moment, but I end up using the same one for short and second. I use that at third also. Next year I'll transition that other one that I'm breaking in to third base. I have a first baseman's mitt that Goldie gave me before spring training. I never owned a first baseman's mitt before. I just always borrowed someone in the minor leagues. I just didn't have one. And so he gave me that. I cherish that thing, man. It's got his name on it and everything, just so cool. And then I got an outfield glove, but my locker's just scattered with gloves.
So I'm curious because you led me right into something I'm very curious about. You said you're breaking in a glove right now.
Mm-hmm.
How does one break in a glove? Give me some advice.
For me, it's pretty simple. I just put it on my hand and use it. If I get it and it's very, very stiff, you can put some moisturizing cream on it and you can wrap it up, put a ball in it, and throw it in the dryer. I've done that a couple times, but most of the time I just put it on my hand and use it. I want it to mold just exactly how my hand feels.
It's interesting, when one gets that call to the big leagues, there's that moment where they see their name. My dad played my whole life, so I'd see guys do it and get that moment. But you also saw your name, and then Albert Pujols' name was in the locker room. Can you describe what that was like?
I wish, I still don't have words for it. Just truly incredible. You watch that guy. I mean, I remember playing PlayStation as a kid, playing as Albert, home run derbies or whatever it may be. And I walk into the clubhouse for the first time, and my locker is next to his. And I thought I was dreaming. Somebody pinched me. This is so surreal. And just getting to know him, man, what an awesome person, huge heart, and just truly happy for him and his family after this past year.
What does it mean to have that gold patch on your gloves next year? What does that mean?
It means everything to me. I take a ton of pride in my defense, and especially in our organization, we take a ton of pride in our defense as well. So I think just getting this patch, I think it's just a symbol of work ethic, and obviously it just makes me want to work that much harder.
Is defense a science or an art?
I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously, you need some science because you got to know where to play. You got to be able to read the game. But I think it's an art too. You got to be able to organize your body and just think on your toes.